Good morning, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you, as I'm unable to be with you in person due to previous commitments. I'm sure you have heard about the tragic circumstances we witness in the world today, with 20 million people in northern Nigeria, South Sudan, Somalia, Syria, and Yemen now on the tipping point of famine. It is precisely in events like this one that the Committee on World Food Security feels even greater responsibility, and it is essential that we hear from the landless what needs to be changed. Hunger and malnutrition are not issues of food production, as we already produce enough food globally to feed a population of 12 billion. Hunger and malnutrition are rather issues of poverty and inequality that cause about 25,000 cases of death every day. This is not acceptable. I don't think I'm exaggerating by saying that these numbers reflect a humanitarian catastrophe that we must stop by addressing poverty and boosting shared prosperity. As the 2030 Agenda clearly states, sustainable agriculture and food security are key enablers to end poverty and achieve sustainable development. Agriculture, food security, and rural development can be very concrete and effective solutions for lifting rural people out of poverty. But they alone will be insufficient if we do not address root issues such as landlessness. In a world where there are too many farmers who do not own the land that they work on, land tenure remains a major issue to achieve food security and sustainable development. Extreme poverty is strongly concentrated among landless farmers, indigenous people, and other particularly vulnerable groups and individuals, depriving them of the means and conditions to live their own life with dignity. Let me say it clearly. Without pro-poor land reform, without responsible land tenure, we will not be able to find sustainable solutions to end poverty, hunger, and malnutrition. CFS policy recommendations developed through inclusive processes can be useful instruments to contribute to ending rural poverty and achieving zero hunger, ensuring that no one is left behind. But much more could and should be done, including by all of us. The voluntary guidelines on responsible governance of tenure of land, fisheries, and forests are the most mature and known policy guidelines of CFS, although they were only endorsed 5 years ago. As we have seen at CFS 43 during the global thematic event, there are already concrete examples from around the world on how the VGTs have been adopted and implemented to achieve food security and improved nutrition. However, those promising examples are still too few for us to celebrate success. Millions of farmers still do not own any land or have lost their property either because of poverty, natural disasters, or land concentration. Land is often the only asset that farmers can offer as collateral to access credit. Landless people do not have even this opportunity to escape from poverty. It is in support of those farmers and their households that we must all collaborate to develop and implement credible and well-founded policy solutions. The VGGT guidelines of CFS are a valuable reference at the global level as they recognize the centrality of land and all natural resources for sustainable development and for eradicating hunger and malnutrition. There should not be farmers without land. A farmer without land is like a fisherman without fishing pole to feed his family. You know these issues. I count on your help, as through your work and advocacy, we can make the VGGTs even more known and used, especially where they are most needed. Allow me to conclude by saying that the real strength of the committee is to have such rich participation from the civil society across all its work. I commend CSM for its continued leadership in striving to make CFS and CSM itself as effective as possible. You are entrusted with the essential role of ensuring that the voices of the most vulnerable and food insecure are heard. Meetings like the one you have organized for today and tomorrow are very important opportunities to share knowledge, experiences, discuss new burning issues, and identify solutions to eliminate hunger and achieve food security and nutrition. I wish you a successful workshop. Thank you.